These days, nearly all computers have some sort of camera with a built-in microphone, as do most cell phones. But as we explored in our last Inside the Black Box video, if we're looking to create videos with some professional polish to them, the built-in microphones don't cut it, especially if we're filming ourselves from a distance or outdoors. When we're recording inside and all we need is a headshot, like a talking head video, then we can make sure that the room is quiet, get in close to the camera with the built-in mic, and get a decent signal-to-noise ratio. We can even tell our video recording software to take audio from a remote microphone instead of the audio coming from the camera mic. But the moment we go outdoors or need to be backed away from the camera, we lose volume in our voice signal, and any background noise the camera picks up becomes a lot louder by comparison. Not so easy to fix in editing. When we turn the volume up to get a good volume on our video later on, we'll get a hiss or a hum sound that fatigues our viewer. This is why, even though reporters are using very expensive cameras and have access to very high-quality camera-mounted area microphones, they're always seen holding a microphone that sends the audio directly to the camera. But most of us don't have $15,000 cameras with remote mic ports. So we need to improvise, or as they call it nowadays, we need to do a hack. In our previous video, we added quality audio to our videos using a version of VoiceOver, where we recorded the audio after the video was recorded and the speaker's face wasn't shown. VoiceOver gets a little tougher when you're planning to show the face of the person talking, because the mouth and the movement of the mouth has to line up with the words. So this video covers a technique of recording audio and video on separate devices simultaneously, which makes it much easier to get good quality audio that matches the mouth movements. The maximum distance that you can set the mic away and still get a good result is going to depend on how much background noise is present. Which technique you use, in close like I'm doing here, or further away where the mic's kind of hidden from view, that depends on the style of the video you want to do. For an instructional video like this, it's fine. I don't really like people seeing my face anyways, because as I get older, the only thing that finds me attractive is gravity. So let's record our video. The audio will be recorded on both devices, or in this case, all three. I've got two cameras going, and I've got the audio going. If we want, we can edit the microphone audio for quality in an audio editor like this one over here, and add any effects before we move it into the
video later on.
We won't trim it to change the spacing between any of the spoken parts at this point. When we import our camera file into the video editing software, both the video file and its audio component will be open in our timeline. They will be linked together, meaning that they will stay synchronized. If we trim one, the other one will also be trimmed at the same time. If we move one, the other one will move with it. So just like the audio file, other than before the first talking and after the last talking, we won't move anything around on the inside of it at this point. We can trim before and after though. That's not going to hurt anything. Now we can bring in our high quality audio file and put it onto a separate audio track. When we play back the video, we'll hear both the audio linked to our video, the one that came in from the camera, and the audio track that we just brought in. They will not be synchronized with one another. These days, nearly all computers have some sort of camera with a built-in microphone, as do most cell phones. All computers have some sort of camera. But since the timeline position of the audio track can be changed independently from the video track, it's really easy to get them lined up by sliding the audio track back and forth across the timeline. As we get close, we're going to start to hear an echo. These days, nearly all computers have some sort of camera. When we get closer to synchronized, we're going to hear an effect that sounds like two people talking at the same time. These days, nearly all computers have some sort of camera. To get really, really close, what we can do is we can stretch out the timeline and visually line up the sound waveforms to get things perfectly synchronized. At this point, it's going to sound like a single person talking again. These days, nearly all computers have some sort of camera with a... We can now mute the audio track that came in with the video and then replay the video. If we've done a good job on the previous steps, the sound will match up the mouth movements perfectly. Now we can unlink the video from its original audio track, delete that track. Without moving anything on the timeline, we can then select both the good audio track and the video track and link them. They will now stay in sync with one another no matter how we trim, cut, paste, or otherwise edit the video or where we move it on the timeline. So we've now electronically lip-synced our video, resulting in much higher quality audio than straight from the camera, and avoiding the appearance of a badly dubbed foreign movie that we get if we tried to re-record the audio after the fact. So that's all there is to it. You can use this technique to sync two cameras to the audio like we've done, and then cut back and forth between the cameras during editing, thereby faking the existence of a film crew. So have fun, and we'll see you the next time.